Hi, so I actually have the paper that I was gonna show you last Monday. It actually just worked out in my favor today because the other Monday I had a friend who was gonna give me kind of a shot to distract the teacher so I could go get it. And this Monday he just happened to go to the classroom and everyone was leaving at the bell. So I got in there. And what it is, I saw it about at the beginning of the semester, which started in February, March, April, so about 2 months now. It's been sitting there and it's kind of been bothering me, and I look at it every time I walk in and I just kind of doesn't make it a very nice space to be in. I think it just is, it brings negative energy into the whole class every time I look at it. Other people don't usually see it, but it just bugged me. As opposed to asking my teacher to take it down, I took it upon myself. Because if I asked him to take it down and he didn't want to, if it went missing, it could be, he'd be like, well, who's the only student in the class that has a problem with it? And I think I am probably not the only student in the class that has a problem with it. And so here we have this picture. I don't think that God defines marriage, but I think that love defines marriage. And I don't think any government or family protection group or whoever they think they deem themselves to, I just don't think anyone gave them the right to judge others like that. I don't really know how to put it, but I just think that if you love somebody, you should be allowed to get married. Whether somebody's God disapproves of it or someone's leader disapproves of it, it's not their call. It's up to the two people and no one else. So I'm not saying this in offense to Christians at all. I believe that God sure has some rule over their lives. It's not for me personally, but I don't believe in Christians that like to walk around with these signs. I'm not going to sugarcoat that for you. What am I going to do with you? Now we're going to have some fun. And that's what I think of that. I kind of want to apologize to my teacher because he's not getting this back. And if he wants it back, well, I guess he can have it, but I do not regret that at all. So that was my exciting news that I wanted to tell you guys. And I'm very proud of myself. And not so proud of whoever this was that I just cut up. Is that if you see an injustice, like this lady with the terrible haircut, if you see something you don't agree with, if you see something that could hurt somebody else or offend somebody else, something that is just, it's hate. If you see something like that, I just want you to change it. Don't wait for someone else to come along and take it off the wall, or someone to come up and say something to somebody. I want you to be the one that says, I don't agree with that. There's really just an endless amount of things you could say just to point out somebody's ignorance. And so I did this. I just took the do it now and beg for mercy later rather than ask politely. My school's always had this kind of problem with it just spurs this homophobia because you probably all know about Purple Day, where you wore it to it brings attention to bullying, and specifically bullying based on someone's orientation. Not that I'm against just that kind of bullying, all bullying, but that was just a special in particular day. And and so a girl wanted to wear purple on the announcement, and they're like, well, you can wear a purple headband and you're not going to mention what it stands for. They told her that they don't support the gay lifestyle and that they think it is wrong and it is sinful, so they're not allowed to advertise it at our school. And it's not an advertisement, it's bringing awareness. But for some reason, the principal, the leader of my school, said that. And so what this girl did was she just said it anyways. She just kind of ballsed up, I guess. And so she went on the whole announcements and said exactly what the principal didn't want her to say. And I guess you could say that that's just kind of what gave me that extra push to do this. And maybe if she hadn't done that, I wouldn't have done this. And maybe if I hadn't done this, someone won't do something else. You have a good night, and I'm going to sleep very well tonight knowing that I do not have to go to school tomorrow and see this on the wall.